All right, open it up for questions.
Coach, what did you think was the key to Arkansas winning?
Excuse me?
What did you think was the key to Arkansas winning the game?
Well, we started off 1 for 9 with no assists, 7 turnovers. So I think the key was they were much more aggressive, much better prepared. You know, it set the tone. It's going to be hard to win a game when you have 5 assists, 16 turnovers in the first half, and then I think they created that. Second half, I think we had 3 turnovers and 11 assists. We did a little better job of handling their pressure, but they imposed their will and we weren't prepared. You know, you can look no further than the coach when the team comes out that way, disorganized like we were.
Were they rattled by the press, or was it the atmosphere? What do you think?
Well, we had a good atmosphere for us.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know, thank God our crowd got us back in the game. You know, I think the first half we didn't have enough ball handling in there, or guys willing to handle the ball. Second half, I played Ryan a little with Nick, and it took pressure off Nick, took pressure off Ryan. He did a much better job. Yannick played great. Second half, you know, Keith continues in his own way to get better, but he missed a one-handed lob play. We had a chance to catch it with 2 hands. It's a big-ass difference, but he's getting better. But we got some other guys, you know, that are giving us very little, and I got to do a better job.
Can you talk a little bit more about the turnovers and where you think those came from?
I think they came from their aggressiveness and pressure and our being real tentative and scared. Bottom line. We had 3 or 4 times it was like a 3-on-2 break, and we just acted like we'd never seen that before. But, you know, we lost 2 seniors that were unbelievable leaders, our best defenders, the most intelligent players we had. And we haven't found a way to get people to replace that right now. Got caught short-handed without another point guard. So, but I think the players we have are capable. I think we got to do a better job of, you know, give them a little confidence, get them a little organized. And I thought we did much better the second half. You know, we lost to a really well-coached, great team that has depth and unbelievable energy. And we didn't respond the first half, but the second half we gave ourselves a chance. But when you get so far behind or give them so much life, you can't miss a dunk. You know, you can't miss a couple free throws. You got to play perfect at the end. And, you know, but we did much better. And I'm proud of that.
Coach, it looked like getting to the rim was really an emphasis for y'all in the second half. Was that more what you guys were trying to do, or is it some of Arkansas's defense maybe being a little soft in the inside in the second half?
Well, they switch everything, so there were opportunities to get it, but when you don't get it over half court, it's kind of hard to get into anything. You know, when you keep turning the ball over. I don't ever remember in my life having a team start 1 for 9, no assists, 7 turnovers in the first about 6 minutes. No, that's not true. I used to, you know, coach young kids in bitty basketball, and that happened once in a while. But again, you know, I just thought if we could, you know, try to attack their pressure and not be afraid of it, and take opportunities when we did have numbers that we could, you know, do something. But if you don't make a press pay, the pressure gets better and more intense, which is something they're really, really good at. Foul trouble doesn't affect them. You know, they're so deep. They're committed to playing the way the coach wants. They're very unselfish. So, and I don't think he has to beg them to play hard. That's a culture at Arkansas.
Talked about how much better Yannick got in the second half. Did you see anything out of him at halftime that suggested he would really step it up in the second half?
No, I mean, he's capable. You know, he played well down there. We didn't play really great down there. We got down 24, cut it to 6 with a minute 48 in the ball. It was similar tonight, but you know, that kid Portis is a pretty damn good player. You know, he's going to be playing somewhere else soon. He's, you know, he can step outside, he post up. But I thought Yannick, second half, took the challenge and, you know, wasn't 38 and 15 like Australia, but it was pretty good.
Coach, you get surprised at the struggles of the last 3 or 4 games, and is there maybe some self-imposed pressure on these kids coming off a really good year last year that
This is
everybody
not the
around
same
them?
team.
Okay.
We don't have Emmanuel, we don't have Marcus, we don't have Nick, we don't have Sean. And we've replaced them with kids that, you know, now we don't have, you know, our transfer, Justin, who's a more experienced quality player. We got a lot of guys playing like deers with headlights. But I don't, I never thought SMU would have any pressure on them to win. That's a nice thing for somebody to say. But, you know, again, you can look at it a lot of ways. You know, we got to do a much better job of coaching. And hopefully they'll reflect on what happened in the second half, what the difference was, and then build on that. And I think that's the first step.
After a strong start to the season, Ben Moore had 7 points, 1 field goal. Was it just a rough night at the office for him, or was it something specific that Arkansas did to keep him in check?
You know, I thought it was pretty similar against Eastern Washington. Pretty similar numbers. You know, so he wants to play, and he's certainly capable. You know, but he's still a sophomore. You know, he didn't play, you know, 30 minutes a game. He's asked, you know, we worked all year on him being a perimeter player, and then all of a sudden, you know, we have this issue with Marcus, and it's changed. So it's been an adjustment for him, but he's going to be great.
Coach, you saw Arkansas about the same time a year ago. How much better do you think they are now compared to a year ago?
Well, we played them early. You know, I saw them a lot late. You know, I just love the way they play, but Portis is a whole different kid. But they're just so deep. You know, we recruited Nick Babb. He don't even get in. They put him in just so his family could see him. He's a young, quality kid. You know, I love a coach that is not afraid to reward his bench. And he'll put anybody in. They all play the same way. They play hard. They're unselfish. I think they're better. I think they might be a little deeper. I don't know. But they have everything. They got 3 or 4 point guards. They got everybody can handle. You know, they all try. You know, I think when you play with great effort every night, that's a credit to the kids in the program.
Coach, I like this. Coach Anderson's coming in.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Happy
Coach.
holiday.
Thanks.